Hello, dear learner. I, Mr. Sri Krishna Vaukar, from Delonic Society's Baramati College of Pharmacy, Baranpur, Baramati, welcomes you to the session of size separation. In this session, here I am going to cover importance of size separation, types of sieves, classification of size separation, and modes of motions in size separation. Learning outcome of today's presentation is after completion of this topic, students should able to determine particle size for the production of tablets and capsules, improves the solubility and stability of particles during production, optimize feed rate, agitation and screening during the production, and to study the advantages and disadvantages of size reduction. Now, here is a time to think and reflect, that is reflection spot. So pause this video and write down the answer for the question in your notebook. What is importance of size separation in pharmaceutical industry? So to find out answer of this question, here we need to discuss this point thoroughly. So here is introduction about the size separation. Size separation is a unit operation that involves the separation of a mixture of various sizes of particles into two or more portions by means of screening the surfaces. It also known as sieving, shifting, classifying or screening. Size separation is based on the size, shape and density of the particles. Now, here is importance of size separation. So here is first importance to formulate a uniform dosage form. Second one is to prepare granules of required size. Third one is to test the efficiency of the size reduction equipment or processes. And finally, to separate undesirable particles. So, here is standards of powders. Indian Pharmacopoeia has prescribed standards for the powders for pharmaceutical purposes. Accordingly, degree of coarseness or fineness is expressed with reference to the nominal aperture size of the sieve through which the powder is able to pass. The relevant grades of powders and sieve number along with nominal aperture size are described here. Indian Pharmacopoeia 1996 specifies 5 different grades of powder, and that grades are coarse powder, moderately coarse powder, moderately fine powder and very fine powder. Actually, all these types of powders gets distinguished according to their mesh size. Now, sieve specification. Actually, sieve specification is very important parameter for selection of sieve for any sieving operation. Actually, this sieve specification is depending upon 5 different factors. Among these, first one is number of sieve. Number of sieve indicates the number of meshes per linear length of 25.4 millimeters. Second one is nominal size of aperture. Nominal size of aperture indicates the distance between the two adjacent wires. It represents the side of square aperture. Indian Pharmacopoeia 1996 gives the nominal mesh aperture size for majority of sieves in millimeter or in picometer. Third one is nominal diameter of the wire. Wire mesh sieves are made from the wires which is having the specified diameter in order to give a suitable aperture size and sufficient strength to avoid distortion of the sieve. Fourth one is the approximate percentage sieving area. This is standard expresses the area of the mesh as a percentage of the total area of the sieve. It depends on the size of the wire used for any particular sieve. Generally, the sieving area is kept within the range of 35 to 40% in order to give suitable strength to the sieve. And last one is, that is the fifth point, is aperture tolerance average size. Some variation in the aperture size is unavoidable. This variation is expressed as percentage and is known as aperture tolerance average area. In fact, it is a limit given by the pharmacopoeia within which a particular dimension or average aperture size can be allowed to vary and still be acceptable for the purpose for which it is used. Fine meshes cannot be woven with the same accuracy as coarse meshes. Hence, the aperture tolerance average is lower for the coarse size than the fine sieve. Now, here we are going to discuss about the sieves. Actually, sieving is the most frequently used and simplest method. Here is the construction of sieves. Actually, sieve is made up of wood or metal fitted with a wire cloth which is made up of copper alloys or stainless steel or silk or nylon or terling, which is having a specific diameter of the wire. Each sieve is given a definite number which indicate a number of the meshes present in a length of 2.54 centimeter or 1 inch. Actually, sieves having a different numbers. For example, sieve number varies from number 4 to number 120. That is, sieve number 4, 6, 10, 22, 44, 60, 85 and 120, which will be used in pharmaceutical industries. Now, here is the different types of sieves and here is different types of meshes. Now, next point is types of sieves. Actually, in pharmaceutical industry, there are various types of sieves which are used. Actually, sieves commonly used in pharmaceutical processing includes 4 different types of sieves. From this, first one is the oven wire sieve. Wire oven sieve, a general purpose sieve and widely used in the pharmaceutical practices. Second type is the bolting cloth sieve. Silk, nylon and cotton are generally woven from twisted multi-strand fibers. Nylon cloths are generally designated by their micrometer opening and available in different grades. These are used for the separation of the fine powder. Third one is the closely spaced bars or bar screen. Actually, bar screen are generally used in handling large and heavy pieces of materials. The bars are fixed in parallel position and held by a cross bars and spaces. Bars which taper in thickness from one end to the other end, which are recommended because they tend to avoid blinding. These are used in case of coarse sizing. And last type is the punched plates. In these punch plates, a plate with a large number of holes and a small amount of residual metal will have a large capacity but will wear rapidly and vice versa. Now, the most important point of this presentation is modes of motion in size separation. Actually, when we are going to separate size according to the, we are going to separate particles according to their sizes. There will be three different types of modes, such as first one is the agitation, second one is the brushing, and third one is the centrifugation. So here we will discuss each and every point one by one. So here is first point, agitation. In this agitation, there are three different sub-methods. First one is the oscillation method, then vibration method, and then gyration method. So here is oscillation method. In this oscillation method, particle moves back and forth. That means here is to and fro movement will be occurs, and material rolls on the surface of the sieve. So this is the very common method. Here is the oscillation method. Now next one is the vibration method. In case of vibration method, sieve moves with a high speed. There is the rapid vibration which will be imparted to the particles on the sieves due to the vibration effect. And due to this effect, particles are less likely to blind, diminish. Now, the next method is the gyration method. In this method, rotary movement which will produces the small amplitude, and particles shows the spinning motion, and due to this spinning motion, that is particles suitably reoriented to pass through the sieve. Here is the advantages of agitation method. Agitation method is advantageous in case of size analysis, data under controlled condition. This method is inexpensive. This method is very simple and rapid, which is having little variation between the operation. Now, disadvantages. In these disadvantages, the major disadvantage of this method is overloading sieve, which may results error. Then insufficient time, which leads to the wrong results. Then electrostatic attraction leads to the aggregation. Then humidity, hygroscopic powders leads to the aggregation, and pale-like or long fibrous particle will not be passed through this method. So now the next method is the brushing method. In this brushing method, brush is fitted about midpoint of the sieve. Due to this, reorient the particles on the surface of the sieve. This prevent blocking of the sieves. Due to the spiral brush, there is the spiral brush which is used for the large scale production. This is fitted on the horizontal cylindrical sieve, which rotates about the longitudinal axis. Then third part is the centrifugation. In this centrifugation method, centrifugal force separates the particles. A vertical cylindrical sieve is there which rotates with a high speed, which forms the current of air which created by the rotor movement. Then particles which are thrown outward and which will assist in sieving. So here is all about the introduction of the size separation method. Here is the references which I have referred for preparation of this particular presentation. So here I would like to say thank you to my college, Delonic Societies, Baramati College of Pharmacy, and my university, Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar Technological University, Loneri, for making available this platform for us. So thank you very much.